Well, Mama Susan is gone, and now I finally understand why the gays love the Wizard of Oz so much. All I could hear was ding dong, the witch is dead as I danced, skipped, and played. YouTube is run like a mother nursemaiding the child, making sure that it's never come close to anything remotely dangerous, edgy, or thought-provoking. God forbid the child thinks. This platform has become so stringent, its policies, and what content creators can and can't say, they removed the tagline, broadcast yourself, to make sure that there were no misconceptions left behind, lest you think that YouTube is about you.
Titties.
Incorrect.
In 2016, Susan Wojcicki demanded the algorithm was changed out of moral obligations, and I quote, I don't have the clip anymore, so you have to take my word for it. I nearly spilled my sanity on the floor when I heard that. The engineers at YouTube told her that tests showed people didn't like this. They didn't care for the change, and it wasn't giving them what they wanted to see in their feeds. But Susan Wojcicki was stoic in her vision of the future of YouTube. She felt that it was more important that the site work the way that she thought, to push information that they felt was needed for people.
I am in shock!
This is a problem with Hollywood and Silicon Valley as a whole. Instead of giving people what they want, they decide what you need. That's not how entertainment works. And if the platform had another video streaming service that was good competition, they would have never made such changes in the first place.
How does it feel to have lived long enough to see all of your favorite franchises go down in flames?
Feels great.
Things became so pathetic and controlled and homogenized that there was no fun left to be had, unless you made a complete ass of yourself and would burn down your home in the process of a live stream. Or you gained fame outside of YouTube on TikTok or Twitch, so that you had a dedicated, baked-in audience. I know most of you little bastards would ditch me faster than my last ex-girlfriend if Dr. Disrespect showed up and said, "Welcome to the Champions Club!"
Let's wake up!
Things have gotten so lame on this site that Chinese came up with their own platform called TikTok, and TikTok allows people to still make humorous jokes and observations within reason. Isn't it just sad? The communists allow more freedom in America than an American platform. Where are my clown shoes? Good God, the Chinese rolled up on YouTube and ate their lunch, looked Alphabet dead in the face and said, "Something wrong?" And the rest is history. I'm only making this video so people will stop tagging me as if I didn't know Susan Wojcicki is stepping down. My God, I was eyeing this situation worse than James Charles hunting down a new straight boy on TikTok or Instagram, wherever he likes to troll. I'll try to keep this short and sweet. Currently, ad rates are down. They're so down it's actually staggering. TikTok came in and kicked YouTube right in the sweetness. The platform is losing money, more so than usual, and something has to change. Will it change for the better? Most likely not, because nobody over there operates in common sense. Just because someone has a degree doesn't mean they know how to operate anything logically, oddly enough. And let's face it, Mama Susan was a bad leader. Look at the platform as a whole.
It's crazy. We say to give a woman power is like to give a gun to a monkey. We have stopped doing that ever since the 1999 Astana Zoo massacre.
YouTube is so far out of touch with the community, I feel like we're on Capitol goddamn Hill. YouTube Rewind was like a circle jerk of the top 1% of the platform, with the equivalent of being an Amazon worker watching a parade with Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk skipping down the road with the rest of Hollywood's elites, as you're told you need to get back to work and make sure your pick rate is up, Jimmy. YouTube Rewind felt like a slap in the face and I was supposed to be excited as shit. You might say, Gundam, you're biased. Hell yeah, I am. Look at my Social Blade stats. I should have hit 1 million subscribers years ago, but every time I kept getting in trouble for wrong thing. And then they laid the smackdown on me. My urine was a little bit cloudy, and I swear to God I was just high on life.
I don't want his mother to see him this way. Look how they massacred my boy.
I know, people keep saying this stuff. Bring back the Billy puppet. Bro, they banned me from using the Billy puppet. They wouldn't take Mr. Rogers' puppets, but they took mine. I was told a year ago if I wanted a YouTube partner manager, I'd have to never speak of Susan Wojcinski again. So, I posted in her video the very next day.
He's a monster.
Do you go to work like that? Chad, how insensitive of you to think that I work.
I spent more time than I'd like to admit watching interviews of Susan Wojcinski today. And to hell with it. I'm sick of clip hunting. In most interviews, she would go belly up for some major news outlet as they tried to treat the platform like it was, I don't know, 4chan's headquarters or something.
Honestly, if there was laws that said this is the type of content you can't have, then we would remove it. Just to be clear, because you've asked me so many questions about hate, that's not necessarily something that we're getting any kind of legislation about. That's allowed. That's allowed here in the US. And we are making a decision to be responsible because we think it's important for our society.
But then she would hang out with top YouTubers and they would lob softball questions at her that DSP in his most wildest dreams wished that Moist Critical would give to him in an interview. Frankly, will things get better with this new guy? Odds are no, it won't. If anything, it'll probably get worse. I think he was the head of YouTube's Trust and Safety Committee. And you can trust that YouTube won't do anything for your safety, children.
Congratulations to the YouTube CEO, Susan Wojcinski, for winning the Freedom of Expression Award that YouTube sponsored. Ironic, YouTube CEO Susan Wojcinski receives Freedom of Expression Award from Pearl First Amendment Group. The award ceremony was sponsored by YouTube. Stunning. Brave. YouTube accuses censoring content critical of the Chinese Party. A popular channel tells stories of suppression and demonetization.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
So frankly, if Rumble wants to hire me and give me that cushy little deal, I'm open to offers. Let's start at $1 million. You give me $1 million, you say, Gundam, come over here and go hog wild. I guarantee you, there will be eyes on your platform. But whether or not we'll get in trouble with the FCC, I cannot say for certain won't happen. Now, let's see what Mama Susan had to say in her goodbye letter where she doesn't actually leave, but, you know, whatever. Everybody's already memeing on Twitter. They're like, the worst CEO is going to take over. Great. You know what? Everybody's right. It'll probably be like Parag Agrawal. We'll get some Indian guy who's so far up his own ass will look at Jack Dorsey like he was a hero.
Earlier today, I sent an email to employees announcing that I'd be stepping back from my role as the head of YouTube to start a new chapter focusing on my family, health, personal projects I'm passionate about.
How I wish to God I could do the same.
It has been an honor for my career to have a front row seat to the incredible YouTube community you have built.
And that you have completely stifled, woman.
Your stories of perseverance, creativity, and inspiration were a daily source of motivation and inspired me to be an advocate and steward for this community you all created.
And the site itself is going out of its way to completely get rid of us and pretend it's network television. And we're all like, thank you, creators.
It was a constant highlight of my job to sit down with you and hear how you were using the platform and listening to feedback. Sometimes what you said was tough and candid, but it was important for me and the wider YouTube team to listen and do better. Today, the YouTube community is incredibly strong. You're building a business and following your dreams.
That at any time could be taken away from you if you say or do something they deem is wrong. You will continue to have some, I don't care. This is all pointless fluff. It means nothing. None of this means anything. The site sucks dick, and the only reason why it's still standing is because Alphabet can afford to keep its corpse going, just animated and pushing forward. If there was ever anything else that remotely put up a struggle against YouTube, it would piss blood. I mean, that's why TikTok is here. YouTube is so devoid of ideas that they're literally like every other platform now. Remember when zombie games became big and then every other gaming company made zombie games? Then Battle Royale became big and everyone switched to Battle Royale. TikTok has what it's doing now, and instead of YouTube going, how do we do something new, interesting, and different, they literally just did YouTube Shorts, which is basically people's TikToks they just import over. Like, bro, does anyone have a f***ing idea in their head?
Let's wake the up! Let's wake the up.
And the answer is no, because they're too. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's like there's a lemonade stand across the street. It's doing really well. Let's make a lemonade stand. Why is our lemonade stand as popular as the other lemonade stand? I don't know. Make more lemonade.